Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm back with another product review. I recently made an order from Anastasia Beverly Hills for their new Makeup by Mario Master Palette and also their new glow kit and a new liquid lipstick. So today I'm going to be talking about the Master Palette by Mario. There was such a huge demand for this palette that it already sold out on the Anastasia website, but I believe it is still available in Ulta, Sephora, and Macy's, and it will be available online if it isn't already. So I am going to link it where you can purchase it. I believe it's still available at Ulta, so hopefully when this video goes up, you guys still have a chance to get this palette. So today I'm going to swatch this palette and let you guys know what I think. So if you're interested in that, then just keep watching. So first off, I just have to say this because if you follow me on Twitter, you already know I was so extremely disappointed with the shipping time this time when I ordered. I feel like something goes wrong every single time, but I selected free shipping, as did most of you guys, and a lot of you let me know that yours was arriving before I even got my shipping confirmation. So I had to email customer service. I tried calling, I had such a hard time, but eventually it did arrive. It arrived a lot later than expected, so that was a little bit disappointing because as a beauty YouTuber, I just wanted to get my review and thoughts out before this completely went out of stock and you guys didn't have the option to buy it anymore. So that's why I was a little bit disappointed. Luckily, this is still available on Ulta and Sephora, I believe, so hopefully when this video goes up, I will link down below where you guys can still get this palette. I already opened this. I used it on my eyes today, so I have a pretty good sense of the shadows and how I like them. So I'm just going to get into the review and then I will swatch this for you. So this palette is $45. It's a little bit more pricey than the previous palettes from Anastasia. I believe that the Modern Renaissance was $42, and then the Self-Made, I think I got this for $35. It might have been on sale when I got it, but it's a little bit more pricey and it does come with 2 less eyeshadows than these palettes. As you can see, the Self-Made palette and the Modern Renaissance palette both had 14 eyeshadows, and then here is the Makeup by Mario palette coming in with 12 eyeshadows. I believe that Mario and the Anastasia team did have a 14 shadow layout as a prototype, but it didn't work out with what they had in their minds, so they ended up sticking to 12. I don't mind it. I feel like the layout is perfect and the colors work awesome with each other, so I'm pretty happy with the color selection and everything. And since it is Mario, it's Kim Kardashian's makeup artist, these colors are so coveted. I don't mind paying $45. I would do it again because just telling you guys right now, these colors are gorgeous. I kind of want to purchase a backup, but I don't want to be that girl right now with finances and just throwing my money out there, so I probably won't. I wish I could, but if you guys can, I would pick up more than one of these because they are so beautiful. So here is a close-up look at the palette. As you can see, I've already swatched it on my Snapchat. Always follow me there if you want to see things first. I also think I posted it on Instagram, so if you want to check out those swatches, you can. And you can see this screams my name. This is neutrals, this is warm tones. I feel like this is the palette for a makeup lover that wants an everyday eyeshadow palette. This is one of those eyeshadow palettes where I feel if you're like me and you have a room full of eyeshadow palettes, you don't ever use any of them enough. You used to hit pan, but you don't hit pan anymore because you have so many eyeshadows to go through. This is the palette I'm going to hit pan on. I know I am. I'm going to use and abuse this thing because the colors just, I feel they work perfectly for my skin tone. I want to let you guys know what I have on my eyes today before I start swatching these. This is the first time that I applied these to my eyes and they applied exactly like the Modern Renaissance shadows. So I think that the formula is consistent with the previous palette. Not so much the Self-Made. In my opinion, the Self-Made is a little bit of a different formula than the Modern Renaissance. But the Modern Renaissance and the Makeup by Mario, in my opinion, share a formula. So on my eyes today, we have ISABEL, which is the orange transition color, and then Violeta, which is a brown color. If you guys watched my caramel makeup tutorial, I use pretty much the same colors, just not this eyeshadow palette, and that is my favorite way to do a brown smoky eye. So So I have Isabel all in my crease and a little bit up to my brow bone, and then I have Violetta blended all over my lid, and then you just blend it until your hand hurts, and that is the look that I have on my eyes today. Literally nothing else, just those two eyeshadows. Also, quickly, I just want to mention the brush that comes with the Anastasia palettes is always very amazing to me. It's not one of those brushes that you want to throw away. It actually has a really nice blending side, and then this side right here is perfect for packing color all over the lid, and they know what they're doing. This goes perfectly with the formula in the palette, so keep this, use it. I use one of them from the Self-Made palette every single time I do my makeup for work, so definitely the brush is a great part of the palette. So I'm going to start off with the first shade from the palette that is called Hollywood, and that is that perfect shimmery yellowy brow bone color. To me, it screams brow bone. You can use it for whatever you want, but that is what I see when I see that color. And also the names are all inspired by people and places in Mario's life. So the formulation of these are very, very buttery. The one thing you want to keep in mind with the Modern Renaissance and this palette is when you pick it up with a brush, there is a lot of kick up or fallout, so make sure that you tap off your brush when you use these shadows. But that is something that comes with extreme pigmentation. So Anastasia, to me, is known for really great pigmentation. All the eyeshadows I've had from her are fantastic. So that right there on my middle finger is Hollywood. So there is Hollywood on my hand. It pretty much blends into my skin color, but you can see it has that beautiful shimmer, and it's a very buttery eyeshadow. Next up is NYC, which is a warm toned bronze. So there is NYC on my finger. You can kind of see even with just a finger swatch that it picks up a lot of product. So you always just want to make sure that you tap off your brush. So that's a horrible swatch on my part, but there is NYC. Next up is the shade Kim, which is a peachy champagne color, obviously inspired by Kim Kardashian. And this actually picks up a little bit darker on my finger than it looks in the pan. So there it is on my finger. It's a very pretty shimmery nude color. So that right there is Kim. Next up is the shade Muse, which looks like a beautiful dusty rose shimmer. It's almost like a rosy bronze color on my finger. So that right there is Muse. Next up is the champagne color in the palette called Marina. So there is Marina on my finger. This one is definitely more shimmery. And there is Marina on my arm. That one is a beautiful shimmer. It reminds me of their famous color, Pink Champagne. Next up is that bluish shade called Claudia, and that is Anastasia's daughter's name, so that's really nice that Mario wanted to include her name in the palette. Now this one does not pick up as nicely on my finger. I feel like that happens a lot with very pigmented dark eyeshadows. Hopefully it would blend out really nicely on the crease, but it's not really doing itself justice on my finger. So there is Claudia. Again, it's more of a satin, closer to matte than shimmer, but it looks like a shimmer in the pan. Next up is the first matte in the palette, and this is Lula. This is the lightest matte and would work the most for a transition color on any skin tone. So there is Lula on my finger. And there is Lula on my arm. Very buttery, smooth, blendable eyeshadow. Next up, I think, will be a major favorite among warm tone lovers, and this is Isabel. This is that orange caramel crease color that I'm wearing today. So there is Isabel on my finger. I love a good transition that you can't tell if it's orange or brown. Those orangey brown crease colors are just my favorite. So there is Isabel. And then next up is the brown matte called Violeta that I have all over my lid today. And there it is on my finger. Again, these warm tone browns just remind me of Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear. So if you can't get your hands on this palette, definitely pick up Caramel by Anastasia and Makeup Geek Cocoa Bear, and you can still create this look. I will link my look down below if you want to check out how I get my caramel brown eye look. So there is Violeta. Next up is a shimmery gold color called Fifth Ave. This one has a lot of kick up, but it's very soft and very pigmented. So there is Fifth Ave on my finger. And there is Fifth Ave on my arm. Again, super, super pigmented. Those shimmery colors are just beautiful. Next up is Bronx, the olive shade. This one doesn't have as much kick up. So there's Bronx, again, super, super pigmented. And there is Bronx on my arm next to Fifth Ave. The last color in the palette is Paris, and this looks like a beautiful lighter bronze color with maybe some gold tones in it. This one, again, has a lot of kick up. So there is Paris. So there is the whole Makeup by Mario palette swatched on my arm. So those are all the swatches of the Master Palette by Mario. I hope that they were helpful for you if you guys are interested in this palette. I want to break down my thoughts for you just so you know exactly how I feel about it and you can make your decision about whether or not you need this palette in your life. So first off, there are only 12 shadows. At first that kind of bothered me, but now I'm kind of realizing it doesn't matter because the quality is so great and the colors are so beautiful. So I'm a huge fan of the color selection in this palette. If you guys like pops of colors, if you want a palette with a black in it, then this might not be the palette for you. But if you like a nude look, if you want something that you can put on your eyes every single day and just wear the heck out of it, then this might be the palette for you. It definitely is for me. I don't think I could live without this palette in my collection, so I would jump on it personally. I love it. I'm so glad it's in my collection. You guys have to know that Anastasia shadows do have a lot of kick up. I'll try to just show you what I mean. I'm going to take this brush and dip it into ISABEL. It's just kicking up a lot of powder. There's a pile of powder left on the eyeshadow. So the pigmentation of these shadows is amazing. I think they're very blendable, very pigmented. The shimmers are just out of this world as usual. I feel like Bronx and Claudia are very unique colors, so if you love those colors, definitely jump on this palette. If you do already have the Modern Renaissance palette, I want to show you something. Here is the Modern Renaissance palette. We have Real Gar, which is almost like that orangey color. We have Primavera, which is a shimmery lighter gold than the gold in this palette. And then we also have Burnt Orange, which could be another orange transition. And we have Cypress Umber, which is a brown. So I just want you to know if you're buying it for the orange and the brown, they are already in the Modern Renaissance, just a little bit different. But if you want to buy this palette, don't let that sway you. I totally believe that you need this in your collection. This would also make a perfect gift for any makeup lover in your life because it has shadows that anyone can use in it. Literally anyone could wear these to work. They could wear them to school. It's just a beautiful selection of colors. I know that I will be wearing this and the Lorac Mega Pro 3 all throughout the fall and winter because I love them both so much and they're definitely new staples in my collection. So again, I'm going to do my best to find where these are still available. Hopefully they're still available when this goes up. If not, hopefully you still enjoyed this video. I'm so sorry if you can't get your hands on it, but that's what happens with limited edition products. It's sad, but I did want to share this with you because I do really love it and I want to do some looks with it if that's something that you guys want to see in the future. So check the links in the description box if you guys are interested in this, and also check in stores. They will be available in stores, I believe, so that's a good thing. And if they're in store, you can pick up more than one. I know a lot of the time online they limit you because they don't want it to sell out, but I might try to justify picking up another one because I know I'm going to hit pan on some of these colors. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all that I have to say about the Master Palette by Mario. I hope that this was helpful and you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. If you love the colors in this eyeshadow palette, let me know. If you don't like them, let me know. I want to know your thoughts on this palette in the comments. Also, like this video if you want to see a review on the Ultimate Glow Kit because I did pick this up. This is beautiful. I have some thoughts on it, so if you want to hear my thoughts, like this video and let me know and I will do a review on this palette as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. This weekend I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be away with my best friend We're going to the Adirondacks and we're having a little couples vacation, so I wanted to get this video filmed so I could put it up while I'm gone. So hopefully you guys have an amazing weekend. I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching my videos. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos every single week, and I can see that we are quickly going to be hitting 100,000 subscribers, and I have a huge giveaway planned, as many of you guys already know. So keep your eyes out for that. Hopefully I will post that giveaway before my birthday, and I'm really excited because I think you guys are going to really like it. Anyways, I'm going to stop rambling. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.